Coming up on Mountain News this morning, in Eastern Kentucky, University gets a generous donation to help fund a new dental school. And people in one city in our region will soon have another way to enjoy going to the movies.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
And welcome into Thursday, or Friday Eve, as Brandon references. 6:32 is our time. Jim Freeman here, and we're glad you're here as well. It is a birthday celebration day today, this May 12th. Happy birthday, Brandon Robinson.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate that. 39 and holding. That's what we're going to call it. So I'm actually 39, but we're going to stay here. We're not going to move any further after that. But that's not till this afternoon. So technically, I'm still 38. But we're close enough. We're close enough. But we appreciate you. Appreciate you being here with us today. And we're going to see some cooler temperatures as you head across the region this morning. We're going to be seeing again 40s and 50s and even a couple of 60s out there on some of those ridges. 61 Jackson and Moorhead, 60 in Pikeville this morning. 43 though, Clintwood, 49 Harlan, Middlesboro, 48 Monticello and Irvin and Wayne, West Virginia as well. 46 down toward Jonesville. What about the rest of the country? 67 Indianapolis, 59 in New York and Washington, D.C., 65 at Myrtle Beach, 67 Montgomery, Alabama, 73 Houston and New Orleans this morning. Looking at the forecast for the rest of the day, 82 this afternoon. A few more clouds will drift in. We're still dry, though. Clear skies tonight. We'll drop down to about 58. Jim?
Thank you, Brandon. Scott County Coroner John Goebel resigned from his office yesterday and pleaded guilty to federal charges for stealing ammunition from Kentucky State Police. Goebel says he and two others were involved in stealing from KSP, and the ammo was stored inside the coroner's office during the past 4 years. He said in court he knew what he was doing was wrong, and the judge accepted his plea. He now faces a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison, 3 of which could be supervised release. He also owes $250,000 in fines. Sentencing is scheduled for August the 12th. After 30 years in prison, a Tennessee man sentenced to life in prison has been freed. Claude Garrett was convicted of the murder of his girlfriend, Lori Lee Lance, in 1992 after she died of smoke inhalation. A judge vacated Garrett's murder conviction, stating he, quote, has shown actual innocence, end quote. Investigators said evidence showed he set the blaze, but because of improved fire science, the Tennessee Innocence Project worked with prosecutors to show multiple ways it could have been an accident. 2 men pleaded guilty to federal charges in connection to a cockfighting operation in Laurel County. The Herald Leader reports that 55-year-old Ricky D. Johnson and 47-year-old Hiram B. Creech Jr. entered the pleas. Johnson's charges were related to conspiring to operate the Bald Rock Chicken Pit. Creech's charges stem from having a rooster for the purpose of fighting it. This is all part of a federal effort to stop the violent sport in Kentucky, which has resulted in numerous indictments. Back here in the Commonwealth, Kentucky State Troopers are investigating an assault that happened earlier this week in Floyd County. Troopers responded to a call Monday on Cane Fork Road in Martin. When they arrived, they found William Guess with his neck cut. During their investigation, police discovered that April Osborne stopped by the home and attacked Guess while he was working on a motorcycle. Osborne is being charged with first-degree assault and tampering with physical evidence, among other charges. Today, Shannon Gilday will face an arraignment in Madison Circuit Court. He's the man accused of breaking into Wesley Morgan's Madison County home and killing his daughter, Jordan, while she slept. This arraignment will be on murder and attempted murder charges. He's also facing separate charges, accused of assaulting a corrections officer while in custody. His arraignment is scheduled for 11 a.m. There was a tense situation in a Madison County neighborhood on Wednesday. First responders were called after the homeowner said something exploded in their home. Then all 5 people living in the home were taken to a hospital. Officials say it happened as swimming pool chemicals were being mixed. Ironically, the swimming pool was used to dilute the chemicals with water. Officials say it's important always to follow the manufacturer's instructions when dealing with chemicals.
I think inside your home, mixing chemicals is probably a bad idea just because you are in a confined space.
We do not know the condition of the 5 taken to the hospital, but we're told that homeowners were able to talk with first responders when they arrived. Officials with the University of Pikeville recently announced its newest project and a generous gift. An anonymous donor gifted the university $25 million to help fund a new dental school in Central Appalachia. UPike officials say the mission of the new dental school will be similar to their current doctoral programs.
Our mission with medicine and optometry is rural, remote, primary care. Those are the things that we do really well. We're pretty passionate about that with our dental school as well. We want it to be a great fit, providing dental care for rural America in general and Appalachia in particular.
President Webb said there is no confirmed name or location decided for the School of Dentistry, but prospective students are already calling the school's admissions office and are interested in learning more. Along with the dental school announcement, UPike also announced a new sports complex. A new complex called Bear Mountain will be placed on a mountaintop near downtown Pikeville on Cedar Creek Road. The new project will be the new home of UPike football, baseball, softball, men's and women's track and field, as well as men's and women's tennis. UPike President Dr. Burton Webb says although Pikeville has been very good, the high school that is, a great host to many of the university's football games, having a dedicated home will bolster recruitment and make UPike a more competitive athletics program in the long run.
We've had moments where, the high school wants to have a football game and we need to have one at the same time, or we need to have practice. And it's never been great to recruit college athletes to a field that has high school materials on it. Nothing wrong with the high school, it's just college athletes want something different.
President Webb also says the complex will have plenty of parking and room for tailgating as well as other activities such as walking track and trails for hiking and biking. A local business in Pike County received a statewide award. Corey Copley, owner of Southern Prep in Pikeville, was awarded a Pace Setter Award from the Kentucky Small Business Development Center. Southern Prep was recognized for its high-performing second-stage businesses that produces innovative products, increasing sales, creating jobs, and serving Kentucky communities. Construction is underway for the new Knox Drive-In in Barbourville, with city officials hoping that it will breathe some life into what many might call a dying art of entertainment. WYMT's Alyssa Williams has an update on the project.
In a few months, the people of Barbourville will be able to enjoy their own local drive-in.
After losing our water park, which gave the kids something to do during the day, this will definitely be something different.
After years of planning, the city of Barbourville and Barbourville Tourism kicked off theater construction just behind Brickyard Pond.
And the drive-in theater was the most requested with different surveys we did. So we chose to go with the drive-in theater, which worked out pretty good about the time of COVID.
Barbourville Mayor David Thompson says the concession stand, the projection area, and the drive-in screen itself are nearly finished.
The new laser projector we're switching over to will be state-of-the-art, and that's really going to be great.
Mayor Thompson adds that the drive-in will also offer a feature catered to a younger audience.
Before construction started, I attended probably a dozen other drive-in theaters, and several had playgrounds, and the playground equipment was well used. So that's kind of where we came up with the idea of the playground.
With this drive-in becoming the only drive-in theater in the southeastern region, Knox County Judge Executive Mike Mitchell says this will have a great economic impact on the area.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be multifunctional as far as their local residents using it, but it's going to draw a lot of people from away from here.
Hoping to add another source of entertainment for the people in Knox County. In Barbourville, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Barbourville Mayor David Thompson says the drive-in construction should be completed in about three months, with the drive-in opening to the public sometime this fall. Commissioner Ryan Quarles and Kentucky cattle producers are designating May as the month to celebrate Kentucky's beef industries. That's right, May is now known as Beef Month in Kentucky. Kentucky boasts the largest beef cattle inventory east of the Mississippi River and the 8th largest in the nation. The National Agricultural Statistics Service reports that Kentucky is home to 38,000 beef cattle producers of the 78,000 total farms in the state.
6:41 on this Thursday morning, I-75 at Corbin. Not too bad down that way. We're looking again at some quiet conditions as we head through the first part of your day. 40s, 50s, and even a couple of 60s out there, but those 60s are fleeting at this point. Moorhead was the warmest spot in the region there for a little while at 63. They're already down to 57. 47 just down the road in Irvine, Manchester as well. 43, the cool spot in Clintwood, Virginia, and Jackson and Pikeville now tied for the warmest spots in the region there in the low 60s. Dew points, man, look at that. 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you see here by our legend, basically anything less than 55 is comfortable, anything less than 50 is refreshing. So it is a very nice start to the day out there across the region. Now, it's going to warm up. It's going to feel more muggy later today, but I do think we'll get into the low 80s this morning. As the sunshine comes out, we'll head quickly into the low to mid 50s, and then as we get deeper into the day, those temperatures climb pretty quickly once that sun gets high in the sky. Jim?
Thanks, Brandon. Thank you for joining us on Mountain News this morning. It's 6:42. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. Leaders from the UK and Finland come together to further develop their defensive capabilities. That's next.